Here to head to the northwest and kill the Char who tend the flames. Hey, Vigo. Rumor has it the reason we're out here is that the Duke's daughter went missing. If the Char have taken her, they'll be sorry. Althea is Prince Rourke's beloved, and if anything's happened to her, his wrath will be great. Look for any sign of her, and let me know if you find anything. I'll take care of it. That also requires you to go to the Day Solo Lands, though. Let's start by the Siege of Picken Square. Hello, Sniffle Scent. Oh yes, I need to get my enchantment up. I must live vicariously, after all. Oh my goodness. Orion over here getting bullied. But at least these henchmen are a little higher level, eh? Kind of, I guess, more legit run. I mean, semi, anyway. Okay, let's get these fire callers taken care of. They're causing a lot of problems. Oh, man. Good old heal signet. Welcome back, Salty Grease. No, no shield stance. There we go. Siege broken. Okay, let's go grab these supplies now. Yeah, this area is a little bit different looking. Damage plus 15% versus Char is actually very nice. I think you get an axe, or can get an axe in like LA that has plus damage against the undead, but like plus 2 damage or something. Just a flat amount rather than a multiplier. Is it the... Oh, they converge. Okay. Wow. How good is it? Oh, I want to chase down there. Well, it's a good thing we just killed a boss, so we have some res sigs up, eh? I want to take this fire caller down. Okay, let's get out of that. Oh, we've got some healers over here. Somehow we ended up fighting like this whole group all at once. Yeah, okay, whatever. Resurrection thing. $12 to $21. Wreck 8 marksmanship. Damage 14%. Above 50%. Wow. Wow, that is crazy strong for pre. Yeah, having that in pre-string would be very nice. It's really funny because it would be like worthless in post, right? But in pre, it's like I love how different those markets are. Yeah, it's the sort of thing though where like how's that compare to this flash bonus bows though? Right, that are going to be max damage Q9. Because the versus char mod is obviously a big deal. But it's not like if you have the bonus items, it's literally just a line of text to be able to get a bow with higher damage, like base damage values. And the thing is, with something that valuable, you don't even really want to customize it. So you're going to be losing out on that 20% damage. I haven't been, no. This account just doesn't have as many anyway. I don't have the Glacial Blade on this, I don't think. But I could probably use the Summoning Stone if I wanted to. But I don't know. It's kind of fun not using them. Makes for a different experience. Yeah, I really think that they should make it, like, bundle that into the Game of the Year edition or something. Like, they should make the Glacial Blade and all of those available some other way than just that one, like, now defunct pre-order bonus. And I think that they should do that with all of the, like, pre-order stuff, including the various disparate ones from Prophecies. Oh, this guy's in a weird spot. Sure. I mean, that would be a great way of adding something to the game that, for people that it like, isn't technically a bunch of work, I would assume, to be able to do. Man, these guys are really a ways down here. I don't know how they got this lost. You were sent by Hollis? Thank the gods. We lost our armed escort in a pitched battle a day ago, and have been trapped here ever since. We have got to break through to Pike and Square. Barrington needs these supplies. You take the lead, and we'll follow. Well, good news. I've basically taken out all of the enemies. I feel like I expect them to do something special, but I don't have any expectation of what that would be. You know? Just because they've done something for the 10th, 5th, and 15th anniversaries makes me inclined to think that they will. But who knows? Maybe store.guildwars.com will have sales, and maybe if that happens, maybe I'll get Mercenary Heroes for this account and stuff. Yeah, I'm okay with non-unique content for pre-order bonuses or for it functionally being a discount. So like if there's unique skins or something for pre-order bonuses, I'm like fine with that, generally speaking. Or if it's like, oh yeah, this is pre-order content, or you can purchase it after the game releases as a separate thing. Like I'm okay with those sorts of things, but yeah, when it's I don't know, a lot of times it's just kind of wonky. Yeah, exactly. Like stuff that's functionally microtransactions that you're getting for free. But pre-order only does suck. Yeah, the Hourglass staff is really nice for equipping heroes. I like it a lot for that. The Glacial Blade is also like just a really cool looking weapon. It's not hard necessarily to replicate. The the scythe is really, really convenient for being a cold damage enchanting scythe. Hey, Mr. Jack, good to see you. I'm glad you're able to catch a bit of it. I'll probably be going for about another 40, 45 minutes or so. Ooh, I almost walked in too soon. I want to wrap up while there's still some light to potentially... Yeah, the Icy Soulbreaker, that's it. Well, there's potentially some time to walk before it gets dark. You're the one who led the missing supply column here? My men and I owe you a great debt. Good luck to you, my friend, and may whichever gods you pray to watch over you. Purge condition. Always convenient. Watch yourself. Watch yourself feels like it would be good to have, but I'm not sure what I want to put it over it just yet. Probably live vicariously. Probably fear. I'm not sure what it's going to look like regularity wise. I haven't figured that out yet. Yeah, let's just do that. That's just better. It will be more regular than once a year. I want to kind of slowly chip away at this objective of unlocking all skills. Not really sure plans outside of that. But like I need to figure out what a good pace is or like a good frequency is, so that way I'm remaining interested and engaged with it, not like burning out or anything like that. By breaking the siege, you have helped to turn the tide in our favor. Thanks to your efforts, Pick and Square is secure. We'll establish a base here and launch raids deep into enemy territory. The Char will be sorry they ever laid eyes on the Great Wall. I would need to finish Guam on my main account before I'd even consider doing it on this one. Hammer and Anvil. My troops are moving in to sweep behind the Char warband, led by Grim Sharpfang. If all goes according to battle plan, the Char will be driven up towards the tar pits. I need a group of stalwart fighters to sweep down from the north and help my troops pin them against the tar pits. When you have them trapped, I want you to crush them as between a hammer and an anvil. Guam is an endeavor. Cool. You know what this contains? Iron. Oh, this is probably a good Warhammer. Yeah, that's a better Warhammer. A Max Furious mod and a Garbage Sundering mod. I don't know. This one is kind of wonky too. But I like this one better. Let's just stick some stuff back here. I don't need that. It's weird to be like, oh yeah, I need to salvage stuff for materials because I have like no materials on this account. Ranger's like 20 or 30% of Guam. Yeah, I definitely feel that, Mr. Jack. Ring of Fire is a bit of a joke of a region. It's almost entirely missions. I have so many, like, what's the right way to phrase this? What I wish Guild Wars 1 Prophecies could have been using, like, looking back as a way of doing the evaluation. Like, I wish that there were a lot more. Yeah, there's a bunch of quests in the Northern Shiver Peaks, but like, so one of the things is I think that they should have had more quests. I don't know. There's so many structural things I wish were vaguely different in various areas because I think it would land better. And one of them is definitely like the Shining Blade section is just really scooted through. It's just like the quests just dry up so much after you get done with the Ascalon. Like Ascalon and to an extent the Northern Shiver Peaks. Like there's still quests in Kryda, but like it started to dry up by that point, right? And it just keeps getting drier and drier as you go. But I also think they should have had elite skills starting in man, faint-heartedness feels terrible. So you first drop in Druid's Overlook. So there's a good number of quests there. And then there's some quests outside of Ventari's refuge. But Henjubden Ravi is a capital city with literally no quests, except the one primary quest. There's an NPC with a quest marker over her head, and all she says is, I'm watching you. I don't know. It's like the game could have been slower, more expanded, but like realistically, I think if you're doing it over again, Ascalon and post like you would like Legendary Defender of Ascalon wouldn't be a thing because it would be normal to get to level 20 in pre, and then in post-searing Ascalon would have a seaport where foreigners would arrive because that's where the game truly begins, sort of thing. Like, if you were doing things in that sort of way, right? I don't know. It's really easy to want a Final Fantasy VII remake the games you love, is kind of what I'm saying when you get right down to it. Where it's like, how could we take what we love and really expand things? Yeah, Ventari's Refuge has a couple of quests from the Deep Throat reference. Deep Roots, or whatever his name is. But you first spawn in the area in Maguma in Druid's Overlook, and there's a couple of quests there. Like 3, maybe? 3 or 4. Yeah, I don't know. Like, the thing is, I'm not sure what they would gain from a remaster. Because I hear ya. Like, it would be cool to have this beautiful skybox have a few more dimensions to it, right? That would be pretty nice. And it would be nice to see the game have regular support again, but they'd probably want to update the back-end tools. But I'm not sure what I would expect from a remaster is the problem. Yeah. I mean, that would also be nice, Dead on Stick. Like, just release all of the code in the server backend and the tools used to make it, so that way the fans can create expansions and stuff on their own personal servers as they want to, or whatever. Like, that's the... I think any always online game should kind of allow people to download their account data, like when it's time for the game to end. Should allow the players to download their account data and exactly open source it basically. Because I would love to have my own custom build of Guild Wars where I've done all of my skill reworks and. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, the fans want to keep playing the game, so it does happen, kind of quote illegally unquote. Um, and like, I think that should just be standard procedure for online games. Is like, hey, we're not doing anything with this anymore because it's not like let the people who are passionate about it invest in maintaining their passion, right? And just release it to the wild, and that's what I think should be done. But anyway, my troops couldn't have destroyed Grim Sharp Fang and his warband without you. Once again, you've made the Vanguard proud. Hey Vigo, you have a new quest for me all of a sudden out of nowhere. Garfaz Bloodfang. Ooh, a new sword. Fascinating. My last time out, I nearly slew this bloated coward of a Char, Garfaz Bloodfang. Bloodfang and his forces fled northwest into the Dysa lowlands. The Duke won't let me lead a group after him, says it's not strategic. Well, I've never known the Duke to be wrong about a thing like that, but if you were to hunt down that fur-wrapped vermin, I'd do my best to see to it you were duly rewarded. Yeah. Yep. Release the server package. Exactly. Like, allow... I mean, it's so important for games preservation, too. Like, there's so many amazing ideas in Guild Wars 1 that it would... From a historical standpoint, I would want the game to be preserved, even if it wasn't due to the fact that I also just love the game a lot. +5 armor while attacking. Well, that's fine for me. That's what, 11 armor, -10 while casting. So obviously it doesn't want me to be casting, but I basically have taken all my spells off. So let's just go with that shield. Get rid of this one. Oh man, an Ascalon longbow. Rin blade with inbuilt armor +5 versus Char. Bow hammer. I like these like weapons that do this sort of thing. So that's what my armor look is going to eventually be. Okay. Is it time for Fort Rannoch? Oh, you know what? I should do this one first. So this quest actually gives me skills. Yeah, they're still definitely doing some stuff. And welcome SWT Spart. So I'm glad they're like making sure the game is still running. And the thing is, there's a lot of old timers at ArenaNet who still love Guild Wars 1, so they definitely want to keep it going. And it was designed to be very cheap to run, so it has that going for it too. Yeah, I have no idea how it affects heroes. I'll confess, I don't fully understand what it was supposed to do or how it worked or what problems it's supposed to solve. I mean, it was designed to basically cost nothing to run, so that way they could actually make a profit off of their business model of not charging subscriptions for an online game. I see. Well, this is about to... Well, this is a problem. Never mind that quest. Let's come back for that later. Hey, Lord Darren. Okay, let's just do this mission. Old Mac is now retired. Yep, that describes him all right. Jar, push back. If we don't stop them, thousands of our countrymen will die. There's something that vaguely low grade bothers me about RPGs in general, I guess. Of like, oh, yes, we're fighting in this war, and your group of like 1 to 9 people can somehow suddenly magically change the entire course of this war. Somehow. Yeah, exactly. It's like, how why? I mean, it's just like a weird gaming convention. There's a dark day in the history of Ascalon when the wall has been breached and her soldiers flee from the fight. I mean, that's true. That's something that I do appreciate a lot about it. Like, it builds up to we got to save the world from the threat. It doesn't start there. That's definitely a problem that I have with a lot of... It's probably partially marketing. But that's something I have with a lot of games. It's kind of like starts you at too high of a spot, and I want something that's a bit lower down, if it, as it were. If that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Dang it, Master Armin Saberlin. I think I needed him to do the bonus, didn't I? I'll come back for that later. I will grab the only quest that you can acquire in the middle of a mission from Gern Blanston over here. I love how wild Prophecies is, where they had no conventions yet, and they just did random stuff. Every day, I watch more and more of my comrades die at the hands of the Char. Now that they've reached the wall, I fear that my time may be running out. I haven't seen my wife for over 3 months. I'm not scared of dying, but I hate the thought of leaving her without at least a final message. My wife lives just outside of Ascalon City. Her name is Melka. Please, if you find her, tell her that I love her. It would mean a lot to me. Can you find her and give her that message? I must miss her. Of course I'll help. Thank you, friend. I won't forget this. And there's post-quest acceptance dialogue. Like, this guy is truly an outlier. It's less that, Mr. Jack, and more that I wish Orion, Reyna, and Alicia were more competent. But yeah. With an incredibly overpowered ability that can only be countered by infusing your clothes with the poop from a tentacle monster. I mean, more of its intestines. Yeah, he did whole skill rework. I made a video talking about it. It's been my most popular video on my channel of the recent videos that I've released. I always thought it looked like guts, like intestines. More tanned hide? Yes, that one. It's from a couple months ago. I mean, that was just me talking about it because it's literally all of the warrior skills. No, in fact, there were some skills that Mr. Jack didn't feel needed to be changed. Like 3, maybe. I mean, if you look at my skill review project, that also is very long. It's a very nice spreadsheet. Some stuff from the spreadsheet has been, I suspect, updated since I did the video, as Mr. Jack took stuff that I said into account. Ooh, big cup of tea. This valley can be such a brutal spot. I'm reading chat instead of hitting my skill buttons, and it is definitely affecting my efficiency. Praise the Unforgiving. I bet this guy's a bad boss. I don't think I'd want to work for somebody who's known as being unforgiving. bonus area. I mean, there's the area with all of the Driders where you have to go hunt down that dragon. Oh, yeah, there's that side area with all of the friggin' Dolyak Masters. There's like 4. I remember getting stuck there in a hard mode run where I just could not kill the Dolyak Masters. I didn't have enough damage. Well, this spot's not great. I don't have a way of doing anything here. No. Frostgate. The Frostgate mission. Charm Martyr, you say? Yeah, I'll definitely second that area as being weirdly brutal. I know, right? Ignite Arrows is like such a sad skill. I want it to be good. But all it's good for is triggering the AoE scatter. Because it's functionally so little damage. It's like, I took 1 damage from it there. Oh, hey, level up. Nice. Yeah, more tactics. Stronger healing signet. Well, yeah, of course it hits really hard because you have no armor in pre. Yep, I did because I'm using healing signet and watch yourself. Yeah, they would be very strong at this point. Is this the direction I need to go? Yes. I was actually thinking about getting Knight's Insignia. As the thing is, I feel like Warrior has the most variety of interesting insignia. Thank you, Fjord, for the subscription. I appreciate that. There we go. The thing is, I want Sprint to be able to catch the enemies, because they run around a lot chasing my henchies. Yes. I mean, it certainly is a good cancel stance. Dash is a better one because of slightly shorter recharge, but... Poor Ascalonian engineer. Wait, can these have loot in them? Oh. I guess that answers my question. Now I'm thinking of all the no attribute skills. And that one had a whole 2 gold coins. I wonder if I even got a gold from that. Probably. Alright, well, that Ascalonian engineer is not dead. More wood. I don't need more wood. Oh, granite. Nice. Okay, let's go get Siege Master Lormar freed from his Char Tormentors. Ow. It makes sense to do. Swap them. Oh, it needs to be identified. Highly salvageable. Yes. You know what that means? 6 iron ingots from that wand. That was beautiful. That's what we like to see. Okay, tell me about catapults. Trebuchets, whatever. Trebuckets.
Char snuck up while I was repairing this trebuchet. It's missing a release lever, a restraining bolt, and an arming crank. Search the other wrecked trebuchets to find those 3 pieces and bring them to me. If you do, I can fix this little lovely, and we'll give those Char a taste of their own filth. To activate the trebuchet after it's fixed, pull the lever once to load it, and once again to fire it. Anything under its blast will get blown to bits. But hurry! More Char come through the wall every minute.
Over a year, eh? Well, you can fix that, Salty Grease. You can fix that easily. Hang on, is this red catapult over here capable of holding one of our parts? I must know, for science. Oh man, hype train incoming. Wow. Thank you, Dead on Stick. Okay, science experiment. What's inside this red catapult? A hype train is a Twitch thing for... Oh, nothing in that one. Incentivizing people to give streamers money. So I don't know what else hype trains do, but currently we have a level 1 hype train, and giving subs, gift subs, or bits gets it, raises it. I'm not super sure of all the technical details of like anything else that it might do. I just know it's a way of trying to encourage people to, you know, it's one of those things of like, praise Duena, you found a restraining bolt. I'll hook it up while you look for a release lever and an arming crank. It's the sort of thing where like I'm sure it was something the community did, and then they decided to make it an official thing, an actual mechanical thing. Sure, that makes sense. The limited time event wherein adding more subs gives rewards to everyone who joined in, depending on the level type training at the end. I have sprint. I can speed this up. Yeah, Ellie is just such a tricky one. First of all, it's a question of how do you envision elementalists? I just need an arming crank to blast those char back over the wall. Because, like, do you envision elementalists going single element, or do you, like, yeah, that's the question of, like, because I don't know. I have issues with the way ArenaNet seems to envision the elementalists of like blending elements. It's like, okay, this is a great idea, but how are you going to make this practically function? Because you really need your attributes all in one thing in order to get your damage. The thing that I would most want to see from elementals, and I think I said this in my skill review project, I don't want to say on this lava font, is things that encourage or like different variety of builds within each attribute line. So not all fire elementalists feel like they have to run like more or less the same like 3 skills with a little bit of flavor on the side. But it's like, how do you give different flavors to the different elements? How do you give cross-element synergies in a way that actually works? Because I feel like ArenaNet tried in all sorts of ways to make cross-element synergies, but I don't feel like they succeed particularly well. To activate the trebuchet, pull the lever once to load it and once again to fire it. Anything under its blast will get blown to bits. Fire. I mean, so the Guild Wars 2 Elementalists element shifting, I think as a core idea could be really neat and functional. The problem I have with it is I feel like they don't know what they want to do with utility skills on Elementalist. They're like, this one is the Earth one, and this one's the Water one, and this one's the Fire one. And I also feel like Elementalist elites in Guild Wars 2 are largely underwhelming. And isn't that what they did with... Oh, I'm blanking on the name. Cracked armor is just... Honestly, it's part of the overall setup, though. Because, like, cracked armor is important to Elementalists, but in part because of the way that they've designed enemies with armor. One of my, like, design complaints... about Guild Wars 1 is the enemies who don't stick to the pattern, like destroyers. Yes, destroyers having a bunch of like just a much higher base armor values, for example. I like it if enemies stuck to more of the player armor values because the game is balanced around those, and when you start moving away from them, it creates problems, right? Just with the overall balance. There we go.